Hello everyone, it's Caitlin, and I'm back with my second vlog for uh, Friday, April 17th. And, um, yeah, because I had said in my first one that I had uh, multiple, topics I wanted to cover. Um, and I'm, I'm honestly on the verge of tears right now, just dealing with mental and emotional stuff. And, what was I going to say? Fuck. Sorry, I get so Um, but I wanted to get it all out there so that, I could show the real sides of myself and the real person that I am and the real, and so that the real supporters and the sincere, caring people can come through and, that I can use this medium of YouTube and the internet to reach out for support and advice. Um, because the vlog I did earlier today was about the stressful uh, housing situation that I'm going through, and um, I'm kind of doing a recurring theme of things that are on my mind that are stresses of like the direction of where my life is going lately, and um, a big one. Um, Although I will admit it's not a total stress because there have been recent positives. I'm not counting those out because I believe a couple of people that have to do with some of those recent positives will be listening. So uh, I don't want to, erase them off the board and say, oh, you don't matter, because you definitely do. But my topic for this video is um, relationships, types of relationships that are carried out, um, dreams, goals, things like marriage, family, children, um, my views on where I stand with that right now, um, major decisions in my life that I'm thinking of making, controversial decisions, possibly. I don't know. I'm playing it safe. That's number one. You know, number one in this whole game is that I've been, thrown around and treated like dirt too many times to not be safe with things right now. And, uh, you know, I just recently had to let someone go who has been an overall part of my life for the past 8 years, and he was an off and on boyfriend, and um, he was better at being a friend than a boyfriend, but once the two kind of got intermingled, it was hell from there, and I'm not going to go into detail about that. Um, some of you who know me very well already know all too well who I'm speaking of and what all that is about. Um, but besides that, you know, I've done everything from, well, I've been allowed to date since I was 16, and nobody caught my eye as, okay, no, wait, I take that back. I can't say nobody caught my eye as a high school sweetheart. Uh, One person that did turned out to be my cousin. Oops. And the other person that did, I was too nervous in high school to say anything, and when we reconnected, uh, a few years ago, and especially over last summer, I found out that he was also. Uh, that's another story for another time. I'm trying not to ramble so much because I only have like 15 minutes, worth of upload to say everything I want to say. Um, and I didn't really start having relationships until I was about 19, going on 20. And every relationship that I've been in has been a long distance. Every relationship that I've been in has been with a blind person. Um, every relationship that I've been in um, has been either physically or emotionally unavailable in some way, sometimes both, sometimes, I mean, and I realize that that's partly my own responsibility and stemming from, I own up to my issues. I realize that that's part of the issues I had, which, I'll make another video at some time telling my story and, being brave and putting it out there. But one of the mistakes that I had made because of growing up around family members who were much, much, much older than I was, I never really knew what actual dating was like. I had seen people fall in love and want to get married. And no, I didn't want to get married to every single guy right away, but, I wanted to be steady and exclusive and like a one man woman who was with a one woman man and was trying to make sure that that's, what it was all about. And, you know, they were, my relationship history is either filled with cheaters, people that were control freaks and wanted things their way, and we kind of clashed horns because I know I can be a bit controlling sometimes, depending on certain things. Um, or, uh, one just was a total mess of miscommunication, and that ended up even deteriorating our friendship. Uh, and in more recent years, I had decided, well, okay, maybe there's something wrong with me choosing exclusive relationships. I'll put up an online dating profile. I'll see who's out there. I'll get courageous. I'll, you know, put myself out there to the dating world. And, you know, I'll even, yes, I'll like a few guys' pages here and there, or girls' pages if they're, bi curious or what have you. Um, but I was like, yeah, I'll, like a few pages here and there and message them and what have you. But I wanted to see, I figured good things come to those who wait and wait for them to come to me. And the only ones who really came to me were either they would just message and say, hey, how you doing? I like your profile. I like this. I like that. And then I would message back and I'd be like, oh, thank you. Oh, cool. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, I'd never hear from them again. Um, or I'd get the crazy ones that were just instantly like, oh, you know, I'm from out of state and I want you to move in with me and I could see myself marrying you and like those way over the top, you know, stalkerish kind where I was just like, no, thank you. That happened to me recently where, well, thankfully I ditched him within like a day and a half. I mean, it didn't take me very long. Um, so that guy was toast. Um, and one of my very good friends that let's see, this summer I will have known him for 4 years, and, um, you know, I'm not gonna name any names. I'm protecting, confidentiality and all that stuff. Well, um, I've always been kind of a freaky, curious, like, as long as I play it safe, let's see what weird kind of things are out there. And he introduced me to the idea of open-ended relationships and, you know, relying more on supportive friends who could offer, well, let's just say other benefits and I have benefited from those benefits. And don't worry, I was safe, and everything's clean, and great bill of health as far as that goes. Um, and so once again, I've kind of taken to the playing it safe, but open relationship uh, market. But it really makes me think, you know, and I know timelines are not always how timelines are gonna go. But when I was little, I thought, okay, if I'm allowed to date when I'm 16, then, you know, sometime in my 20s, I'll figure out who's the one, and by my mid to late 20s, there'll be wedding bells, and I'll be planning, to marry someone, and then by either late 20s or early 30s, start having babies, start making a family, start doing all of that type of stuff. And, also because my birth mother had me pretty late. She was 36. Well, I'm coming up on 32, and I've got no husband, no kids, which, I mean, with everything else that's going on in my life, it's reasonable that I don't have all that. But at the same time, the controversial thing that well, one of them was the open relationship thing. Not everybody in my social networks agree with that, which, I mean, that's their opinion. Um, but the really kind of nerve wracking, should I do it, should I not, should I wait, is that at this point I'm thinking of just getting my tubes tied and, you know, throwing away all hopes for all hopes and dreams for natural childbirth and, you know, creating life with another human being. And I know with some, tubal ligation procedures, they can take your eggs and they can freeze them, and, like, if you decide you want a kid, they can, I guess, untie your own tubes, or, um, you can get a surrogate mother or something like that. But, you know, I was the one that dreamed of being a surrogate mother for, to help other people out who couldn't have kids. And, um, it just makes me wonder. I mean, yes, I can always adopt, or yes, I could get a pet, and I could, be around little children, my friends that have kids, and live vicariously through them and give my attention and love and care to them. But it just makes me think, you know, has my biological clock stopped? Has my time really run out to where I'm just, I mean, they say there's a screw for every nut, or I guess a bolt for every nut would be better. Um, yeah, that's what it is. There's a bolt for every nut. I got the expression wrong. Uh, they say there's a bolt for every nut, and there's someone for everyone. But what? Am I gonna find love when I'm 50? I mean, it's so. My time is really about to run out on YouTube, though, for this vlog. And I'm gonna go have a good cry and think about a lot of things, but I just had to get it out there. And, so let me know what you think. Comment, or, get a hold of me. Let me know you watch this. Let me know what you think. And, I will catch you next time around. Next vlog, next vlog.